Night has fallen. The storm has been relentless, drumming against the trees as you trudge through the muddy path. Distant howls echo through the forest, a reminder that you're not alone out there. Then, through the rain and mist, you spot it. A small inn of stone and straw, its chimney billowing smoke into the darkened sky. From within, you hear laughter, music, and clinking of tankards. The promise of warmth, food, and stories draw you closer. With little choice, you step toward the light. Welcome in, weary traveler. Step inside, warm yourself by the fire. You found yourself in Big Bear's Tavern Tales, the only place where the ale flows strong, the dice rolls are wild, and the stories are as grand and chaotic as the nine hells themselves. Some of the roads less traveled are told here. They don't always have happy endings. They are dark, violent, and treacherous, brimming with the moments that may even chill you to the bone. So listen at your own risk. You still there? Good. That means you've got the stomach for it. So grab a drink, roll some dice, and let the tales begin.
I'm Chance, and I play Theraway Kimbo.
You
First
sound
time.
so sad that it's the last episode.
Still haven't. I haven't gotten no dungeon coochie yet, so feel like I've been missing out. Yeah, very distraught. Former priest, newly found bard. He used to love children. Now he loves his war gong. That's broken.
And he bangs away.
I bang away on used to bang away on children. Now I bang away on a gong.
Oh my god.
Wow.
We're canceled.
Yeah.
Someone else take this.
That's not sexual. I just used to beat them, like, physically.
Yeah,
You know what? They
they
deserved it. I am Hayden, and I am playing Mikhail. We're gonna do a fun fact tonight. Did you? This is actually a pretty cool fact. Did you know that having a lot of fish in your house can make a person happier?
Fish?
It increases their endorphins.
Oh my god.
I'm leaving.
I swear to God, you make Chance leave. How are we gonna finish the podcast episode now? Oh, there he is. He's back.
The way you did that was like fucking smooth though. Like I like that.
Thank you.
Yeah, the endorphins.
Yeah, that's a knee slapper.
I'm Tyler, and I'm playing as your friendly stoner wizard, Sky Silverlight, who is surprised to have found his dad in at the end of this. Definitely see why mom didn't want him around anymore. He's kind of a piece of shit.
Perfect. All right, so I'm Zach. I am your DM, and it has been a wonderful 4 months recording this with you guys. I can't wait to start our next campaign, a total evil campaign, and it's going to be crazy, chaotic, just like you guys love. But
That is going to be so much fun. I'm so excited for that one.
I am excited about what's going to come out on it, and this next one that we're going to do with the chaotic evil campaign, it is going to be a campaign for sure. It is going to be a long one. I'm guessing like maybe a year of recording. So
Wow.
Yes, I'm here for it.
it's going to be a big one. But without further ado, let's get right into it. The last time in A New Life, they were escaping Dr. Mindbender, psychologist turned evil scientist. They escaped eventually into the Forbidden Library and found their way out, the key to the front door. They made their way out of the library, but Dr. Spellweaver was affected by some of the atypical drugs and LSD that Dr. Mindbender had on his person. There was a huge explosion as Sky went to unlock the front door, and a bomb was placed to explode whenever it was tripped, with only Theraway still conscious, just barely, to see red, white, and blue flashing lights on the other side of this blow-in hole in the wall.
Well, we're past the hell out, both of us, so we don't have a clue what's going on.
I just have to get one more success.
I forgot you've been down for like 3 turns. They've just been dragging you around. As a gentleman runs up next to you, you're getting bleary-eyed, and it seems like one of the sides of your visions is going red, presumably from the blood trickling off of your head. He comes over and he goes, Don't worry, son. I'll take care of you. And you feel this sharp prick in your neck as everything goes black. Three weeks later.
Huh?
3 weeks? Damn.
You guys are all sitting in a very, very dimly lit room. It's a very open concept. You feel like this slight breeze is coming in, but you can hear the chatter of hundreds of thousands of people. From all of your backsides, you can feel that you're sitting on very soft leather cushion seats, kind of like sofas and recliners. All of a sudden,
Are we at my therapist's office?
all of a sudden, the lights all come on, and the house lights bright up the entire stage. There is a very beautiful 40-ish-year-old woman that is sitting across from you three that are all sitting on a leather sofa. She's sitting in a little chair of pink frilly like tassels and stuff. And they go 3, 2, and she gets right into it. Welcome back, America. This is the Southern Treat. And with us today we have the 3 famous winter killers. And just like I said, y'all were falsely accused. They're seeming to pinning the murder on Dr. Mindbender for drugging you guys originally at the winter cabin, and that being because the ties to his son, Skylar. And
Yeah.
so you guys have been abdicated of all your crimes, and it is Dr. Mindbender's fault. What are you guys wearing?
I'm wearing a Wargong medallion around my neck. Shades indoors, slick back hair, polar bear fur jacket, and denim jeans cut into booty shorts.
I like to imagine that my character is wearing essentially the suit from Scooby-Doo that Shaggy wore.
He's dressed like a blunt.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
Mikhail is wearing just some good old jeans with his favorite boots and a shirt that it has like the Grim Reaper on there, and it says, "I hope they serve tacos in hell."
They're here to interview with us today to tell us about their recent experience, about how they were falsely accused of originally brutally murdering many children at a winter ski resort in Colorado, and found themselves in the dungeon of hell, where they were being experimented on, and all of their friends and family and loved ones in there. I don't know if I can say it. You know what? I'm going to say it. They were all brutally massacred by this man, Dr. Mindbender, and they are here to tell their side of the story today. So why don't everyone put a big round of applause together, and you hear the roar of excitement and hundreds of thousands of people in the stadium clapping and cheering. Just so that y'all know, metagaming-wise now, since I've set the scene, you are not in the D&D world anymore. You realize that ever since you stopped taking the pills, you started retrograding just like Mikhail did, but it didn't ultimately end in death. You were really just strung out and in withdrawals from having these highly addictive substances in your bodies for such a long time at a consistent pace. But after 3
Love it.
weeks of therapy and regaining yourselves, you have all agreed to come out and tell your side of the story.
Question. I'm not crazy anymore.
No,
You're dead.
you are fully recuperated. You are fine. Everyone's fine.
Oh my god.
You're absolutely dead.
The blonde woman turns around to you and goes, "This isn't live or anything. We're recording, but it is in
We're
front of
gonna
a
be
live studio
famous."
audience, so just remember that." Now,
3 cheers for the justice system actually working for once.
except
Hear, hear.
except you guys actually did it to yourselves and actually did murder all those children. Y'all are just getting off very luckily.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, these are alleged
don't.
crimes.
What kids? What are you talking about?
Well, gentlemen, where do you start your adventure on this story? Just go through your entire experience there, and then we'll have follow-up questions. But I may interject every once in a while because we do have your friend Dr. Spellweaver's book right here, his daily logs, telling us what you guys were actually doing in there and the progress you were making. So, when anything lines up, I'll be sure to pop in there and tell you all about what Dr. Spellweaver was seeing. Dr. Spellweaver was y'all's therapist in this insane asylum.
He helped us. I remember it starting with the group chat all of a sudden being revived, and it was our quote-unquote buddy saying, "Hey, just for old time's sakes, let's have one last powwow." So we got together, hoping to catch up, do some partying, and then next thing I know, I am gone.
Yes, I was just a priest drug into the throes of drug use by these two ne'er-do-wells. And then, because of them, I'm now a sex addict.
So, what you're saying is Dr. Mindbender didn't actually drug you guys? You knew you were taking drugs up at the cabin? Is this a first-time release of information?
Well, here's the thing.
No. Wrong kind of drug. Wrong kind of drugs.
I was drugged. I didn't want it to happen to me.
So you're saying Dr.
Yeah,
Mindbender did drug you guys?
I saw pretty lights out the window.
I don't remember anything.
Yeah, the last thing I remember is sitting by a campfire, drinking some wine, and then getting in an elevator. And then after that,
Wine?
nothing.
That's how I know this man doesn't remember anything. He got fucked up. That was Jaeger bombs.
Oh, I thought that was wine. Wow.
Well,
I was praying in my room over my Bible for I was a good man, and then these ne'er-do-wells were trying to get me to commit sin.
She leans in real close and she goes, "So what do you actually remember after that?"
oh, the hangover.
I woke up
That
in
one was rough.
a new world where they were trying to force feed us pills to keep us compliant, and giant moles ran amok.
Giant moles, you say? How big were
Yes.
these things?
The size of trees.
I remember cats. I remember a few cats.
My memory of our time there isn't exactly the best because I had this idea, maybe we shouldn't take these pills that we were being force fed.
How did you figure out that was the linchpin in Dr. Mindbender's entire test?
100% spite.
Spite? What do you mean?
They told me that I had to take these, so I just said, fuck you. If I'm going to take some drugs, it's going to be the kind prescribed by a doctor that I trust, a good physician.
Or a really good friend, and I would just like wink at you.
Shut the fuck up.
Well, that's just fascinating. We're very, very happy to see that you guys survived. Unfortunately, the other 42 inhabitants there did not make it. Did y'all have any friends or loved ones while you were in there? Did you form any bonds?
Nope.
I think we can consider
I mean, there
the
was zombie
psychiatrist a friend. Okay, listen,
There was
she was not a friend. She was something else entirely.
There was a talking a cat that spoke to me named Boots and Cats, and he was a DJ, and I liked him.
You know, I actually just read this yesterday in this book here, but there is a reference to a boots and cats, but it says that it's just Bob. That you were just like imagining it yourself, and you were talking to a fern. You carried it everywhere you went for the last day or so. It says in here.
A fern?
Yeah, it says that you kept calling this fern Boots and Cats, and you kept doing little mouth beatboxing with it.
Yeah, this
I
doesn't
think
ring
we
a bell.
would have remembered if it was a fern.
Everything that I saw, it was a ferny.
I mean, I do very vaguely remember this one big dummy type of guy. Can't think of his name offhand though.
Anyways, let's move this interview along since we didn't have any friends in there. She looks kind of worried and kind of like looks off behind you guys at the stage manager. So what about any love interests? Did you have anything spicy happen?
Just the cold boot.
I made love to a war gong.
I'm not going to ask or go in detail. That's good for you.
I think you should. It was beautiful.
She looks
It was a
behind you
sight to
guys
see.
again, and she's like, just what the fuck type of face to the stage manager.
She was not ready for this interview.
No.
There
about
was
this?
one other
Yes,
interest
yes.
that we had.
Yeah, who was it? We want to know all about your experience throughout this horrible time. We want you to regale all of your adventures.
We had the Dami Mommy, who loved just slamming the cold boot of denial on your throat. Quite intoxicating.
Who is Dami Mommy?
That is a good question.
We're still trying
Because
to figure that
apparently
out.
Boots and Cats wasn't a real person.
Dommy Mommy better be real.
If we gave you a few headshots of some of the people in the insane asylum, would you be able to recognize her, you think?
Not if the cat that I was talking to was a fern.
Well, let's give it a shot anyways. And she throws out a bunch of headshots on this table in between you guys, and y'all start looking at them. Give me a investigation.
History?
A history check. Give me a history check from all you guys.
9.
Nice. Oh my god. Guys, this is the first time I'm going to make a roll in weeks without having disadvantage.
Good for you. We're happy.
I'm so
for
happy. I'm very happy for you.
You. See how it feels?
That's a
Feels
2.
great. Oh my god. That's great. That's great. That's a 2. Yeah. That's about right.
That was fucking lovely, Hayden.
I'm so hurt.
You don't need the disadvantage to roll back. I got a 19.
Mikkel, you are skimming through all the pages and you don't see anyone with all black clothing on and piercings and black and gray and blue makeup. You don't see Dom Mommy at all. Bob,
In these, what you're telling me was a drug-induced stupor. I found myself, as many of us do when we're in drug-induced stupors. So I do go by Theraway nowadays.
Theraway, you see that there are a lot of faces that look familiar, but with them in their like white jumpsuit, and they just look like rough. They don't look like the vibrant, happy people you know, and you don't really recognize Damimami in any of those. So, Sky, you see throughout all of them, you pick out the one that is Damimami, and she is wearing a beretta in her hair, holding it back on one side. She seems to be a very beautiful young lady. And in the little bio at the bottom, it just reads helpful, happy, content, has an obsession with eating styrofoam, and is just a good person and always helps others.
But her red flag is that she eats fucking styrofoam.
Like, she doesn't have any piercings. She doesn't have any black hair. It's blonde.
But I know it's her.
But you can tell by the face structure, it's her.
I'm gonna pick it up and show it to Mikkel and be like, I remember you being obsessed with her, man. Like, how do you not remember this face?
I reach across and I snatch it out of his
Hold
hand.
on
I was like,
one
this is
second.
nobody. I've never seen this person. You're telling me this is Dommy Mommy? I look at the interviewer and I go, look at his glazed over look. You see how we've been affected by this?
Yeah, this is
He'll
why we
never
don't
be.
be in
He'll
places.
never be the same.
I heard insurance and settlements. Y'all are gonna make out a pretty penny. Is that true?
I mean, this suit doesn't exactly say poor, so
I pick up my Wargong medallion and I pull a little Wargong mallet out of my pocket and I hit it.
It's a pretty small gong, so it's hard to judge. It does a little tink.
I look at him and say, you know what I mean.
I gotta say, I'm so sorry about your fellow conjointed love interest passing away. Does that make you feel sad, or?
it must have been all the styrofoam.
Okay, that I could have gotten past, but everything else, no.
You could have gotten past the styrofoam eating.
Yes, with Dommy Mommy. Yes.
What did that make you feel after you lost your loved one?
I feel like this is some bullshit.
What you need to understand what we were seeing.
Yes, that's
We're in
exactly
a-
what you're here for.
We're in an underground, I don't like some kind of madman's we're stuck, we're trying to escape, we weren't allowed to leave, there were all these rules we were given, one of those rules being we can't fornicate. All right, you understand what it's like to be stuck underground with a bunch of ferns that you can't fornicate with?
It changes a man.
Just so you guys know, y'all were never underground. Y'all were always in an above-ground facility run by the state.
Were you there?
You can Google the insane asylum that y'all were in.
Can I start having flashbacks?
Yes.
Oh, God. I see cats and giant moles.
The giant moles start turning from giant moles to tiny rats in your head. And you remember that cat number, I believe 9 it was, that helped you guys in that fight? You see that it actually is a cat, and it's just eating the mice.
No, it's not true.
What's not true?
We were there. I saw it with my own eyes. In another world, we could do magic. There was
I actually do remember that as well. I remember throwing like balls of fire at people. It was fucking awesome.
Oh, okay. No, yeah, I actually see a reference to that. So when you casted what you called firebolt, is that correct?
I believe so.
It was actually just construction paper that was colored red, and it seems that you had balled it up and thrown it at things. Apparently one time it went into the kitchen area and it went into a propane stove and caught fire and caused grease from the burgers cooking that day to cause a grease fire in the kitchen. Did you really do that? Or is that just the theory?
Could someone throwing a paper ball really cause that when he
Yeah,
wasn't
that's
even
kinda
in
hard
the
to believe.
kitchen?
Apparently you were in some delusion where you thought you were all adventurers in a fantasy realm, so like magic was involved and stuff. I mean, we just want to hear from your perspective what happened.
I want to attempt in just some kind of craziness to like be over on the side trying to cast unseen servant to get the servant to slap her, and I'm just mumbling to myself.
Yeah, nothing's happening.
No, get over there and slap her. Get over there and slap her.
She looks behind you guys again at the stage manager and looks terrified.
She was not expecting to be sitting here with 3 crazy people.
Yeah, she mumbles underneath her breath to what looks like maybe something that she can talk to someone with. What? I thought they actually weren't crazy. I thought it was all like a test experiment. What's going on?
Well, I very also vaguely remember seeing Austin there.
Oh, there is a
'Cause weren't
reference
we-
to Austin in this book. Yes.
Because weren't we supposed to meet him at the lodge, guys? But he
Yes,
never showed up?
Austin, your
Yeah.
best friend that never showed up. Oh my gosh, yes. But
He was a dragon.
a dragon? What?
Yeah.
How did that happen?
He was a dragon. He turned into a dragon.
Yeah,
He
drank some
tried
kind of something.
trapping us in that world that we were abandoned in, trapped in, and he actually seemed kind of happy that he was getting one last screw you over to us because for some reason, that's just the kind of guy he was. He just loved screwing his friends over. And he was very convinced that that potion that he had was going to transport him into the real world. He took it, and yeah, that is not what happened.
Well, don't we have a surprise for you? We have your long-lost, awaiting best friend in the wing! And a big uproar of cheers and claps come on as Austin comes out on the stage and takes a seat right next to you guys on a little recliner.
Can I try tackling him?
Yeah, go for it. Give me a grapple check. Athletics check.
Athletics. That is going to be a 23.
You dive at him, and he's able to dodge out of the way, and you faceplant onto the stage and slide a little bit as he kind of just does this little dance and jig around you like you're a sombrero. He goes over and sits down, and he just starts laughing. Everyone starts getting a little quiet. Boys, I swear I've missed you. I'm glad y'all aren't dead.
I'm just going to kind of sit up on the ground and just point at him and yell, "You son of a bitch, where were you? I thought you died."
I was in my room. I was waiting for you guys to come up.
We made it to the room, and you were never there.
We had to get our own room. Like, your name wasn't on a reservation list. We tried. We tried looking for you.
At this point, you three feel deja vu because that exact conversation has happened before with the Austin that y'all knew in the other world. I remember verbatim, word for word, that y'all had that exact conversation.
Yeah.
So you're feeling deja vu right now. And he looks at you and goes, "Okay, let me get this out straight, all right? You didn't use my alias, which is why you never showed up. I stayed in the room all night waiting for you guys, and then when I came up the next day, there was a bunch of emergency vehicles, and they were saying that all of you guys possibly did something. Allegedly. I hate to break it to you, but I was never in that damn crazy place like you guys. I don't know where I came into the whole story." And then the reporter is looking at a page. She goes, "Oh my gosh, I think I see a reference here. You guys were calling this man David Austin, and we're following him around, apparently, possibly harassing him, and he was trying to run away from you guys. He used some, scare tactics. Apparently, he pulled out some cardboard and tried to hide behind that, which you guys tried to attack, but then ran away, claiming that it was too difficult or too powerful. Y'all, wow, there was a whole thing here. Y'all thought y'all were in a pyramid? Well, long story short, y'all got to the end of it, and it says right here, it says that David tried to get away from you guys, and y'all cornered him in the supply closet, and he drank a bottle of bleach because he was so terrified of you guys. Oh my god.
Oh, David, that sounds about right.
Austin just slowly looks from the reporter over to you guys with a terrified look, and he goes, "So you thought you were just gonna kill me? Even if it wasn't really me?"
I just wanted to beat the shit out of you.
Pretty much tried to kill us.
I just want to be rocking back and forth in my chair and sniffling.
I think that should just go to show the psychological torture that we were going through, completely convinced that we were in this made-up world that still to this day feels 100% true and genuine.
Austin's gonna stand up and be like, "Yeah, I think I'm done here. Thanks for the invite, but I'm gonna leave." And he hurriedly goes off stage. Wonderful. Well, I hope you guys can rekindle with your best friend. I hope you know
fuck that guy.
Okay, well. Please try to watch your language. There's families here.
Most families didn't go through what we went through.
Stuck my pinky toe.
What else did you experience while you were there?
Yeah, I remember you getting hurt a lot.
Attacked by one of my close friends. It was quite traumatic. I didn't think that I was going to recover. I almost died that very day.
Are you talking about Dr. Mindbender? Did he attack you?
No, this fuck nugget over here.
As you just like use your thumb to point over at Sky.
Well, he didn't like the fact that I was refusing to take those pills that were forcing us to stay in this delusion.
I believe in everybody having a good
So
time.
he got a handful
So
of
I was
those
trying to
pills
help
and
you.
shoved them down my throat.
I was trying to help you, okay?
Oh, and so she's going through the book. She goes, "Oh, right here. This must be what you're talking about. You were supposedly doing a wrestling match. Is that right?
Sounds about right.
But it was with used, old, degraded sex dolls."
How did I fucking know you were gonna say sex dolls?
Dr. Stoneweaver wrote it down. I'm just reading it. But apparently this was to help you guys get past your anger and find out how to work together. It was just the only thing that they could find in the supply closet that you could actually wrestle with other than like actual people, which is dangerous, obviously, I'm pretty sure, and probably illegal. Wow, what a fascinating story. So who won the wrestling match?
Don't yell at me.
I'm sorry, I didn't know I was yelling.
You're
I feel
raising your
threatened.
voice. You better stop raising your voice.
She gets a very, very worried look and looks behind you guys and is just like, "Is he okay?" type of like wording of her mouth muscles.
Who do you keep looking at? What do you keep mouthing?
I'm sorry, I'm just talking to the stage manager. He did not do his job very well today, and I'm getting sidetracked.
He's fired.
I stick my hand inside of my polar bear coat, like very aggressively, and I just kind of look at her and I go, They didn't search me well enough.
She screams, "He's got a gun!" And she like jumps onto the ground and like puts her hands over her head.
Can I tackle Theraway?
Yeah, go for it. Strength check versus dex saving throw.
Nat 20.
Oh,
I
you can't
don't
use
believe it.
inspiration anymore.
I did not get a nat 20.
Okay, that's what I was waiting for. All right, so Sky, you successfully tackle Theraway. You launch him over Mikhail, and you hit the ground on the other side of the couch. Crowd.
Get off of me!
What are you reaching for?
I'm scratching my nipple.
I'm just gonna like try to like jerk his hand out of his coat. I'm just gonna kind of slowly get up and like just like push him and like force myself up. Like, dude, don't scare.
I'm kicking him in the nuts.
Herd, give me a strength check.
18.
So he hits you in the nuts. Give me a
I
constitution
don't get like a
saving throw.
7.
He hits you square in the nuts, and you grab in front, and you just topple over, and you are now prone, as you've just been squarely kicked. The interviewer stands up, and she goes, "What is wrong with you? Why would you scare me like that?"
What's wrong with you? Why are you so on edge? I stick my hand in my coat, go to scratch my nipple. I got this man tackling over him. What, you're getting on to me? What about him? He's prone to violence.
I was told you guys were actually sane, but I think y'all should have stayed in that damn mental place.
Yeah, we probably are sane, but you're up here making us relive all this. It's hard. It's hard. It's the most stressful parts of my life, and then I got these two over here. Tweedledee and Tweedledum.
Hey, you all agreed. You all read the contract, and you know you're getting paid 50 grand each for this interview.
Well, the emotional damage that they've done to me over this time frame, I deserve their money. They deserve nothing. Nothing.
Sky's just gonna like kind of like keel over and groan and be like, "It's not about the money."
He needs to be locked up.
You're being dramatic. He's
I
fine.
think all three of you need to be locked up. You're all insane.
I think you're just acting like a big baby.
Let's get this back under control. I sit back down in my seat and I take a deep breath and a sigh of relief, and I'm just like, I'm sorry, Miss Interview Lady. This was really rough. It was really rough for us. You don't understand what we thought we were going through.
She comes over and sits down in her seat, and she goes, "Well, how do you think I feel? I'm in front of hundreds of thousands of people, soon to be hundreds of millions, possibly billions of people, for this interview. And I feel like I'm going to die at one of y'all's hands any second. Is there
Probably.
anything you can what?
What?
Sounds like some weak ass reporter.
You see what he just said? They deserve
I'm
to
done.
be
I'm
condemned.
done.
They.
She takes off her mic and she throws it down on the ground. I'm fucking done. And she walks off the stage.
They.
Great reporter, guys.
I get up.
Play the war gong.
I'm about to. Watch what I can do, and I try to play the war gong to entertain.
Give me a performance check.
I want to burn my inspiration.
Okay.
21.
It's a very tiny ring, but you're able to put it right over your mic, so it reverberates through the sound system. They start applauding.
This is what I learned while I was under the influence of these drugs. I did not know how to do this before, so you tell me that what we experienced wasn't real.
This man comes out that kind of resembles like a droopy dog face. He's really fat and in his like 50s, and he has a headset on with a little mic, and he goes, "I'm so sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Let's do some audience questions while we get our backup interviewer on the stage." We'll take a few questions from the audience now. Tons of hands that go up in the air, and they all are cheering me, and like.
Yes, you, third row, seventh to the left.
It's this little boy in a ball cap, and he's wearing like a shirt that says "Free the Three," and it has the three of you guys standing over the bodies of like all the children you massacred. Allegedly. And he gets boosted up on top of the shoulders of this middle-aged gentleman. Yeah, I've got a question. What was it like being in there? Like, were you happy?
No. It was horrifying, chaotic, but there was magic, so that was pretty cool. That was the one thing that was pretty cool about that.
How would I look at him and I go, would you be happy if you were in a place with giant moles that were coming up from the ground to eat you every now and then?
As long as they let me pet them, I guess it'd be fine.
They would try and bite your hand off. Actually, your whole arm off. Just one.
They tried to eat us.
But
Actually, one of them did eat him. And I point over at Mikkel.
Didn't that nice lady up there say that it was just rats?
And I'll ask again.
Was she there?
Was she there? Little girl in the far back, third row over, second time removed, first time here.
It's a little girl in a red dress. She has pigtails coming down, and she's a brunette. Yeah, I got a question. What was your favorite meal there?
My favorite meal were the pills they force fed us every morning to keep us from rotting in the dungeon.
Yeah, I was about to say, I don't remember eating.
The hands go up again for another guest question.
You, old geezer, 9th row, 4th seat to the right.
Yeah, I've got a question for you. I've always really wanted to know my son and who he was as a man. How did you feel being rekindled with your father?
Very mixed emotions. I was kind of happy to, see him again until he decided to beat the shit out of me. At that point, I had nothing for him. But at first, it was happiness, and then it turned to hatred again. So, yeah. Hope that answers your question. Hope you get to know your son.
He sits down, and the stage manager goes, "Okay, we have time for one more."
Mr. Producer Man, do you have a question for us?
No, nothing important. Just... Oh, you know what? I do have one. What was it like with magic? What was it wonderful and as euphoric as I dream it in my dreams every night as I'm a little snow fox running through the fields?
Is this guy a furry?
No.
It sounds like it.
Not a furry.
Sounds like it.
That's my spirit animal. and I dream while in spirit animal form. It's very woosaw of me.
Okay, buddy.
Just answer the damn question.
Exhilarating until it was thrown at you, and then it was absolutely horrific.
I've highlighted in my notes all of the different spells you guys used. For example, grease was just suntan lotion. Whenever you did firebolt, it was the construction paper wadded up into a ball. Apparently, their way, you did something called bardic inspiration, where you banged on a paper plate with a plastic fork, and you just
No. It was not. It was not a plastic fork. I believe that one was a spork.
You over here, you talking bad about my war gong. Don't you ever say anything bad about my war gong again.
Oh, I'm not knocking your war gong. I'm just saying these are from the notes. This is what happened in reality.
Charm person.
Charm person was just a rose that you handed to someone.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Ooh, my favorite one that I used was a magic missile. I never messed with that.
Magic missile, apparently was little toothpicks that you flinged with your fingers.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen those like guys that can just like throw them like darts?
Oh my god. Hell yeah.
I mean, I did a lot of healing, cure wounds, healing word. We're just happy to see that he's still alive, because in what we were experiencing, he was damn near dead every day.
How much of a burden was Mikkel on the party? I mean,
Heavily.
Was that a negative though?
A lot.
Did you care for his well-being?
They dragged me.
I drug him many times just behind me. And at one point, I cast a spell called Unseen Servant that he helped me by dragging him for me.
Oh, I actually see this. It's actually Oscar the dog, who was a resident there. R.I.P. Oscar the dog, unfortunately. But apparently he became very good friends with you, and whenever you summoned him to your side, he'd do your bidding. He'd help you out with stuff. I guess like dragging him around.
Yeah.
This is weird.
That's a good boy.
I was not going for weird this episode. I was going for funny, as in y'all thought y'all were seeing one thing.
No.
Something that's totally whatever. Whatever.
No. I was saying.
Whatever.
Son of a bitch. No, it's like Mikhail's like, oh fuck, this is weird, because he's still kind of coming to terms with it.
No, I know.
Anyhow.
The new interviewer comes in, has brown hair that is very wavy, and she's wearing like a purple top, like crop top, with a white skirt. And she sits down and she goes, "Now, I want you boys to know, I'm not going to be as weak-willed as that last banshee that was in here.
Oh, we got a real reporter this time.
I'm sticking
We'll
it
see
out to
about
the
that,
end.
honey.
I want to know everything you experienced. In like, she looks at her wrist with no watch on. Like 3 minutes. Go.
Abandonment, torture, psychotic episodes. Heard a lot of voices.
Go back. Touch on that torture. We have to know what happened to you in there. What was so bad it was torture?
Every day being shoved in these situations where we would have to defend ourselves and fight for our very lives, and force-fed these horrific pills, which almost ended me. I just start glaring over. Fucking stoner boy.
So I'm just gonna kind of pull my shades down a little bit, because I'm that douchebag that's wearing sunglasses inside. So I'm just gonna pull mine down and look at him and wink, and then push him back up to my face.
That doesn't really seem like torture to me. It seems like a malpractice suit, obviously, but was there any actual forms of torture in there that you're not telling us about? I need the scoop, hun.
The name is Sky, not Hun. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Tell me, Big Daddy.
Hey, Bunny. I'll talk to you in a second. I'm talking to Mr. Lean and Mean over here. looking at Mikhail.
No, I'll be honest, I completely forgot.
He beat the fuck
I am
out of you,
so
man.
sorry.
He beat the fuck out of you.
Yeah, why do you think I don't remember?
Oh my god.
Also, that's not the only time he tried to kill me. Well, to be fair, that one instance, that was his way of giving me a warning by beating me within an inch of my life. And then, not long after that, he saw me and made a beeline straight for me with this bloodlust intent on his face.
Oh, that must have been scary.
Yeah, what was his deal with you?
Because I was the first one that stopped taking the pills.
Oh.
You were trying to
he
unravel
took the
his
pills.
nefarious scheme. You were on.
He knew that once I broke it, it was over for him, and I'd be able to free my friends.
And how'd that go? What did you do to help your friends after you found out all of this straight from the liar's mouth?
I was kind of scared for my life, so I didn't immediately tell them.
You didn't share your experiences with them?
No, because he made it clear that he had eyes and ears everywhere, so if I told them anything, he would know instantly. So I tried giving subtle hints.
What hints did you give?
Don't take the fucking pills.
But weren't you all
Can't get-
brainwashed into thinking that you had to survive? So, with you not taking them, that would have seemed pretty suspicious of you to now be saying also don't take the pills when they're seeing your deteriorated mental state and physical state. I mean, did you not give any other hints?
Not many more other than, hey, don't take them.
I can see where
Go.
that plan did not come to fruition. Now,
Listen, I also didn't know
Bunny,
what voice I was hearing was
she
real.
puts her hand up to your, like in your direction with her hand clasped closed. And she goes, "Hun, I'm talking to Bunny." "Hey, Bunny." Looking at Sky. "So did you know that this man was not taking his pills, yet you tried to kill him anyways? Is that the truth?"
Me?
"Yeah.
I did not try to kill this man.
It's well
I was trying to
documented that
help
you
him.
shoved unknown pills into his throat while he was already seizing."
Okay, so I didn't realize he was seizing in the moment, or else I probably wouldn't have done this. But he was dying because he wasn't taking the pills. So I did what I had to do to save my friend. I thought I was doing the right thing. So
And you think that's good enough for a manslaughter charge? Or, I'm sorry, potential manslaughter charge?
manslaughter charge. What?
If you were to be brought up on that against your friend here, say he sued you. Say he had the financial backing of CBNC, which is the place that you're in currently, the news headquarters. Do you really think a jury's gonna buy that? I thought y'all were friends. Why do y'all treat each other so horribly? This does not look like a group of friends. This looks like a group of people that should not be around each other because you clearly hate each other.
No, I love these guys. This is this not what friends do?
My
And besides, again, we were all under the influence. Like, we didn't know what we were doing. We were out of our fucking minds.
Don't get me wrong, I love giving this man shit about almost killing me with the pills, but I will still be there to have his back.
And I am sorry that I almost killed you, but I am not sorry for doing what I thought was right. Because I thought you were already dying. Didn't know I was going to end up trying to kill you even more.
You're still a cocksucker. Love you, buddy.
It's
Jackass.
beautiful. I'm so happy that the three fucketeers can actually get along.
What'd you just call us?
Hey, that could be the name of our book.
Dude, I actually kind of like that.
I said the three musketeers.
Not what I thought I heard you say.
As she looks over to the crowd, she goes, "Well then, I guess that's all on this story. Tune in next time to hear about how baby Josephina got saved by 14 giantly muscular firemen from the well after Lacey, the hometown dog, alerted them." We'll be back after these messages. The lights go off, and she stands up and goes, "Y'all are the three worst fucking interviewed people I have ever had the pleasure to interview. And all of you can go
You're
fuck off.
Yeah, we didn't like you very much either. You can write that check out for cash.
The stage manager comes over and goes, I am so sorry about our interviewers. Do you think you guys do a whole, like, TV series on this thing? Like, this could pop off.
I think
TV show about what?
I think we need some time to recuperate and
Yeah.
truly heal after this traumatic
I
moment.
understand. Take all the time you want.
I'll have my manager get in contact with you guys.
We're looking at multi-million-dollar contracts with you guys.
Yeah, I'll have my people talk to your people.
Well, here's my business card. He hands them to you. On it, it says, Bobby Spellweaver.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, yeah. You guys knew my brother. It's sad to see him go. He always loved helping others. You know, it's actually the reason why I got his personal logs. You know, they're supposed to be, like, confidential or whatever, but in his will, he bequeathed all of his knowledge and research off to his brother, me, Bobby, so that I could tell his tale if he couldn't one day. Inspiring writer, great man. He always saw the best in people. You know, he actually told me that he went as far as to actually play into the delusions of each and every one of his patients so that he could further understand what they were experiencing and how to treat them better so that they could eventually come back to reality. I really hate our cousin.
Your cousin?
Your cousin? Who?
Oh, I'm sorry. You guys probably know him by Dr. Mindbender.
Wait.
That's crazy.
But hey, you know what? That's all behind us now. You guys get better. You reach out to me on that business card. And he like slants his eyes down a little bit and he kind of just puts his hands together and he goes, I got a lot planned for you guys. There's a lot of fun in store. So you guys just go ahead and get better. But you better reach out to me when you do. Because we're gonna make you multi-millionaires. I swear to it, son.
You will be the first one I call. Your brother truly was one of the very few people felt like we could trust in that world.
Am I related to this guy?
Yes. He's your uncle.
Dun, dun, dun!
Till next time, a rope comes down and he tugs on it a couple times and grabs onto it and he jumps up and wraps his legs around it and then he gets slowly pulled up to the catwalk.
What the shit, Snacks? We need to hang out with this guy more.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Sky, I'm going to your next family reunion.
10 years later time skip.
Mm.
Oh, wow.
I can remember even less about what happened now.
All three of you get an email and it says, from Bobby Spellweaver. Hey boys, it's been 10 years since the incident. I was wondering if y'all want to come out and spend a little time in my Hawaii resort. You know, we only had a good 4 or 5 years in us before we all split our ways. But you guys seem pretty fun. And it seemed like y'all had some good heads on your shoulders once you got them right. I've sent this out to all three of you to rekindle a little friendship. Just a little 10-year anniversary, because you know you can never forget about your friends. And I consider myself your friend now. So, if y'all want to come out, all expenses paid on me.
That's nice.
Once more onto the breach, boys.
Adventure on.
As you guys get your plane tickets, or your boat rides, or your private yachts, or whatever the fuck you're driving these days, y'all make it over to Honolulu, Hawaii. and you come up to his residence, the address that he gave you in the email, and you see that it is a tranquil little beachside property. It is probably 3,000 square foot. It's got multiple bedrooms, a beautiful waterfall in the back, which leads into a hot tub. It's a very, very awesome little resort.
Walk up, knock, ring the doorbell.
As you walk up and you knock, there's no sound that comes from inside. But the door kind of kicks open a little bit.
Are there any like cars in the driveway?
You don't see any cars in the driveway.
I'm gonna kind of peek through the windows, see if I can see anything through the slits in the blinds if they're pulled.
So you don't really see anyone inside. You see what looks like maybe some bottles of liquor off on the side of the island, inside of the middle of the kitchen, and what looks like maybe a used to be folded note, but it's kind of unfolded itself, but like one edge of the fold is facing up, and the other side of the paper, a bottle of wine is on top of it.
Gonna try calling him.
So as it rings, it drops after the first little and it says, "This number is not connected. It's been disconnected."
Doo doo doo.
We're sorry. The number you're trying to reach is no longer connected.
Goodbye.
Please dial a new number and try again later.
Nice.
That's a little unsettling.
I'm just going to check to see if the front door is booby traps.
Go ahead and roll investigation for me then.
22.
There are no
Damn.
booby traps.
Oh, I really wanted to see some boobies. All right, I go inside.
As you go inside, you flick on the lights and they turn on instantly. It seems like this place has been dusted. It seems to be recently moved in. You see that in one of the offshoot hallways, there's a bed at the end in a room, and it has some luggage there. So someone's been here. They just probably haven't unpacked or something. As you go down, you see that it's an empty room. It's just got, typical dresser, walk-in closet. It's got posters on the wall of like Jimi Hendrix and women and tigers and shit. And it's got some like sexy like mood lighting running around the corners of the room.
I read the note.
It says, "Hey, if you guys get here, this is Bobby. I stepped out. I'll be back soon. Go ahead and make you guys a drink. I'll be back 30 minutes, tops."
All right.
Say
well,
less. I go and I start making some cocktails.
Heard, yeah. I mean, it's a full bar. Like a restaurant full bar. You can make hundreds of cocktails at this bar. So give me some medicine checks.
Yeah, as I'm rolling up, I'm just gonna look at Mikhail and give like a sign.
Do
like,
these
no
bottles
thanks, I'm
look
good.
like they're tampered with in any kind of way?
The bottles, no. I mean, it just looks like they've been opened and poured out.
There's nothing in my mind that would be leading me to think that there's foul play afoot and that we might be getting poisoned right here.
Only one way to find out.
You can give me an insight check or investigation check to check the bottles and inside of the bottles and stuff if you want.
I'm gonna investigate the bottles.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna let him do his thing as I'm getting glasses and some oranges for that nice little garnish.
With a 9, you can tell that it looks like he's not the best at opening wine bottles and whiskey bottles and stuff. The foil is kind of jagged, but other than that, I mean, it looks like a bottle that's just been opened. You don't smell anything except wine and whiskey in them.
I'm just gonna go sit on a rocking chair on the front porch. No drink.
Can I look through his luggage?
Yeah, you can. Give me an investigation check.
That's gonna be an 18.
Tucked underneath a pair of boots inside one of his big cases of luggage, you find a white strip that seems to be wrapped in aluminum foil.
That motherfucker. I guess I'll bring it out and present it to everybody, and I'm gonna like slam it down on the counter and be like, "This motherfucker was gonna drug us."
But how do you know?
I love that Mikkel's over here in the corner shaking drinks and doing shit, and Theraway's got the door open.
Oh,
just
that's a
sitting on the
21
front
for the
porch.
drinks, by the way.
Oh, bet. These are great cocktails.
I'm gonna unravel the tinfoil and look at Mikkel and point at it and be like, "This is how. This is how I know. This is acid, brother."
So, possibly a party.
You must not remember what happened last time, do you?
I don't remember what I did last week. Listen, man, I have too many concussions. I don't have time to try and remember shit. I will be down to clown, but can't start without the hose. That's just rude. Poor manners.
I'm just still chilling outside, rocking back and forth, and just thinking about life and how we've gotten to where we're at.
I'd like to bring you an old-fashioned.
I guess you can bring it to me, but I don't guarantee I'll drink it.
Aw, but I worked so hard on it. It looks so pretty.
I will compliment you on its look.
So, what has the unborn again priest been up to? Has he just used all of the money he's made in purchasing the rights to Playboy? Or have you given up that hoe life?
I've been donating my time to the local orphanarium, and I also run a fairly successful war gong. You know, like we do war gong training.
Oh.
Yeah, well, we make it, but we also teach people how to play it. I'm also not a virgin anymore.
So at this point, you see a car pulling up. It looks like a all-white Lamborghini with 2 black racing stripes down the side.
Ooh, nice.
And it comes revving up into the garage. You see that Bobby is driving it. He gets out and he comes around and he goes, "Hey boys, how's it hanging? I hope it's low."
It's a little to the left, Bobby. You know us.
Better to the left than 3 rights, right? Hey.
That's right. But 2 rights make a wrong. You know what I'm saying?
And 3 rights make that left.
No.
Anyways, hey, I see that a couple of you guys got into a little bit of the liquor and wine that I've got out for us tonight and the weekend. Really.
I got you this nice little mixture right here.
Ooh, wonderful. I love...
These 2 pansies aren't going to be joining us.
Hey, I love a good liquid marijuana, man. This looks amazing. Is everyone not drinking? Are we not going to do a toast or a shot or something? Like, this is our 10-year anniversary of what caused all of us to become multi-hundred millionaires. I'm pretty sure that Thairway is actually a billionaire if you count in all of his tax deductions. Hey,
I do. I don't like the government to have anything I have.
What a true religious
That's a
man
smart
after
man.
my own heart right there. Well, come on in. Let's have a shot. Let's kick this party off right. And then I've got a real special present for Ever who is feeling jumpy tonight.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
I'm gonna get in there. We're gonna pour some shots up, and then we're gonna have a hell of a night. I got some hookers on the way,
Alright.
and some Class A strippers to kind of wet the bone, and then we got hookers after that. So you guys get ready. Scott, you go to the bathroom. What were you doing in the bathroom?
So then I'm just gonna go put the drugs back in the bag. I'm not trying to flush them, but me saying, "Oh, I'm gonna go to the bathroom," was just me trying to get out. That way I could do this.
You successfully hide it back into the bag.
Okay, cool. I guess just as I'm walking past the bathroom, I'm just gonna like kind of go in there and like flush it. That way, you know, I still give the illusion that, hey, I used the bathroom. But I will return to the group.
As you return, you see that there are 4 shot glasses in front of the 3 of them. And Bobby goes, "Alright, nephew, I need you to do one of your super famous toasts for us so we can take this shot and get the party started."
I pull out the war gong and I go, "Come on, man. Look, here, I'll give you your introduction." And I hit the war gong.
Here's to wars and revolution. Here's to whores and prostitution. Here's to truckers who keep on trucking. And here's to the bitches who keep on fucking.
Everyone acknowledges it and clinks their glasses together, and they take them all down.
As I take my shot, though, I would like to try to like throw it like to the side of my head.
You give me a deception check with disadvantage.
15.
You are successful.
Fuck yeah.
What was that sound? Do we have a leak in here? Is it raining?
It's a nice sunny day outside.
I mean, it could have came from your bathroom. Like, I did just flush the toilet, so you may have a leak in there.
Okay, well, let me go check. He's going to do a dex saving throw because he's going to walk past you. That's a nat 1. He slips on the whiskey that you threw in the floor, and he hits his head on the ground. Why'd you do the toast but not take the shot? What the fuck? There's no way there's a liquid on the ground if you took the shot. You caused this. You must right your wrong.
You caused this.
You caused
You must right your wrong. That was all mumbled in about 4 seconds.
Sky is gonna try to wake his uncle up.
You kind of pat him on the face a little bit, and he opens his eyes blearily, and he goes, Patricia, is that you, my love?
I'm just gonna kind of smack him like kind of hard in the face. Like, no, I don't even know who that.
He, stop slapping me. I'm good now. What happened to my head?
You slipped him some water. Come on, get up. We'll get you a drink.
Mikhail pours up the shots, and he goes, all right, Tharaway, I think you've got this one. Go ahead and give us a nice original toast.
So I raise my glass and I go, here's to the good times that we have now, to the good times that are yet to come. Later tonight, don't leave your door unlocked, or I'll soon be coming.
Oh.
Here.
Here.
I think I'm already there. I don't think I need to go. He takes the shot.
I hold mine up while everybody's tipping their heads back, and I'm holding it in my mouth, but I'm not swallowing it.
I thought you were a good
Give me
whore.
a dex saving throw.
23.
Yeah, okay, so Bobby, he sees you're like chipmunking with this
Mhm.
shot in your mouth, and he like reaches out and tries to slap either side of your cheeks to make you spurt it out. But he is so concussed that he misses you entirely and falls to the floor.
I try to catch him before he falls all the way.
Another dex saving throw.
18.
Nice, you catch him.
I still got the shot in my mouth.
Yeah.
I baby birded into his mouth.
Give me a performance check.
While all this is going on, I'm just gonna pour mine down the drain.
9.
Gotcha, yeah, 9 is good enough. You get it right into his mouth. He goes,
Thank God.
Yeah, now we're partying.
he stands back up and he goes, I think I really need a fucking cigarette. I'm gonna go take a break from drinking. for
No,
just
I
a
would.
minute."
I would too. I'd need a cigarette after this.
Alright. And so the night continues on and you have a wonderful evening. Maybe you get drunk, maybe you get high, maybe you get fucked up, who knows. But at the end of the day, Sky, you really missed out on having a great ass time because nothing was laced, nothing was wrong, everything was done with consent, and you're just so isolated in your own fear because of what happened that you can't get past that someone related to you or even your friends just wants you to see you have a good time and to relax and let your barriers down. You will always forever have your emotional barriers up and restricting everyone from seeing who you really are inside. Tharaway, you live a beautiful life, but kind of a middle of the road life where sometimes you're holier than thou and you're helping those in need, but you also have this lust that will probably send you to one of the 9 hells if there's more than one hell. But that is fine because that makes you happy and you're not hurting anyone. You are content and that is okay. Same for Sky.
Here.
Mikhail's always been a just happy go-getter at life, but never achieving anything, so that's why he's so happy and dumb.
Dumb. He's dumb.
Listen, it's the simple things in life. Ignorance is bliss. Love it.
Anyways, that's the end of our session, and that's the end of our campaign.
Oh.
The storm that raged through the night has passed, leaving behind the crisp scent of rain in the morning air, birds singing in the trees beyond the tavern walls, their calls breaking to quiet the hum of dawn. Inside, the fires dwindled to glowing embers, The once and rowdy crowd has thinned, leaving only a handful of weary travelers nursing their last drinks. Sunlight filters through the window, casting long golden rays across the wooden floor. Time sure flies in a place like this, doesn't it? But don't worry, traveler. There's always another adventure just around the corner. Thanks for stopping by Big Bear's Tavern Tales. If you enjoyed your time here, be sure to follow, rate, and share the podcast. It really helps keep the tavern lively and the stories flowing. Want to join the conversation? Go ahead and follow us on all of our different socials at Big Bear Dungeons. Our Discord link is in our link tree. And let us know what you thought about the last episode. Until next time, traveler, may your rolls be high and your tankard never be empty.